This Lil Flip, my story from my mouth live. As you already know, you don't even need no introduction. Y'all already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? And plus, y'all been waiting. All right, Flip, what up?
What's up, my guy?
Ain't nothing. What's good with you?
Hey, you know me, man. Working smart, not hard, and staying out the way at the same damn time.
All right. Yeah, I see you on Clover G time.
Yeah, yeah. But do you know what's so crazy? I saw the thing you sent me. I,
Right.
I didn't know that was the actual link. I thought you were showing me the platform it was gonna be on. So I'm waiting on a whole new link to come out. I say, oh, I guess that's the link.
Right. All right, all good, all good. How you doing though?
Man, bless my guy. Bless, man. Working smart, man. You know me. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I can't complain. Staying sucker free.
Hey, understood. I got it tattooed on me. So.
I don't do tattoos. I would have one of those too. You suck ass niggas in this industry.
Yep.
Yeah, but so my story from my mouth is, basically that. You telling your story from your perspective, and it's a lot of people out here that be telling your story and be screwing it up and
Right.
making false truth. Like before this even started, somebody was like, "Yo, Lil Flip is locked up." You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, well, since Flip is locked up, I'm gonna let them think Flip locked up. And you know what I'm saying? And then everybody in the thing is, yeah, Flip, like, oh, free Flip. This like that easy. Boom. It's that easy.
Yeah, nah, that's how it go, man. With this industry, man, you gotta have thick skin. You gotta have level 5 bulletproof armadillo skin in this shit, man. Yeah,
Right. True story. Yeah. So tell the people where you're originally from and where you currently reside.
I'm from H-Town, Houston, Texas, to be exact, and I still stay in H-Town. You know, born and raised. I'm a worldwide. What I like to call myself a time traveler, a jumper. You know, I be everywhere, but at the end of the day, H-Town, my home, and that's where I'm at, man.
All right. How would you say was your upbringing? Poor, middle class, or rich?
My upbringing was right in the middle. Like
Okay.
we was right in the middle. We wasn't rich, but we wasn't poor. You know what I mean? So, um, like my grandparents, like I stayed with my grandparents. My dad and mom, they was around, but they split up when I was younger. But I spent most of my time with my grandparents. You know what I mean? At my mom's house, like she didn't have as much money as my grandparents, right? So I got to experience, I ain't gonna say poor, but like having less than what I was used to, you know. And so, but I always hung around other people who had less as well. And, you know, I would always look out for them. Since I had more, like I'm the one that would always, I go to the store, my homie ain't got no money, psh, you finna eat. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to the store. Even back when I started all my rap groups that I was in before I, became a solo artist, like I was the one with the money. And if I'm going to buy one, if it's 3 members in the group, I'm buying a jersey for me. You getting a jersey, you getting a jersey. You know what I mean? Like, so that's just how I was. Even though I had, more than others, shit, my goal was always to try to uplift the next person. So, my grandpa, Army, I got multiple Army veterans in my family, barbers, musicians. Like in my family, you born in my family, you doing music. My grandma, she played the piano for the church. So I learned how to play the drums, the piano, sing. I'm in the studio, you know what I'm saying? My God aunt is Terry Ellis, you know what I'm saying? Within Vogue. So I've been in studios and being backstage, and my grandpa he had worked for Maxwell House Coffee for like 30 years. So at the age of like 5, 6, 7, 8, I'm riding in parades on the Maxwell House Coffee float. That's one of the main reasons right now I don't drink coffee, because as a kid, my grandpa used to get all the new coffee before it came out. So
Mhm.
hell, I was drinking it as a kid. I was like, oh yeah, we got the new shit. This don't come out for like a year. So
Right.
boxers, athletes, My grandma turned her garage into a beauty shop. So I watched her, play the piano for the church and then have her own beauty shop. And then she turned that beauty shop and bought another one. So she kept the one in the garage and then made another one. So my grandma had two beauty shops. And so I'm like, damn, you really can, make it like, a lot of times the world, like they brainwash you into this. If you don't have a 9 to 5, it's not a real job. It's not possible to be successful. If you're not working in these hours, people look down upon hip hop, oh, that's not a real job, blah, 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 blah. And so between that and me seeing my dad sell cars, he was a master car salesman. Like it's a difference. Some people are just car salesmen, and then some people are master. He went to DC and got certified as a master car salesman. Like, so what I learned from my dad with this hustle, like imagine him selling cars and you selling cars. Y'all work at the same job. You go to work 9 to 5. He goes to work uh 8 p.m. and after hours, right?
Mhm.
So you go to work 9 to 5, you sell your 4 cars, you write it on the board. Big West name ain't up there. The next day you come back to work and it's like, damn, Big West sold 8 cars. Like how the hell sell 8 cars and I didn't see him? Because he would go in after hours, you know what I mean? And
Right.
he wasn't greedy, so he knew how to work the deal to where, hey, I might not make a shitload of money on this car, but guess what? I'm gonna show you love, but you bring me 5 more people, I'm gonna give you a kickback. So he taught me at a young age that when you give people incentives and percentages of companies, they go work harder to get that money and bring you more people. So they car note could be free. So I just applied everything I learned from my uncles being Black Panthers and Army and boxers and me playing sports. Like I played every sport, like basketball, football, baseball. Um, Football was the quarterback, the running back, the kicker, and the safety. Back then, Little League, you had to play multiple positions and shit. There wasn't enough people on the team, but like
Right.
I played all those positions. Baseball, I played center field. I played baseball 2 years. I ain't really like it. I could pitch, but I seen a couple of my partners get hot line with the ball, being pitchers, and it cracked they whole corny and shit. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be out here in the center field, but it was boring. Nobody ever hit the ball. So
Right.
then Houston hot as fuck. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stick with the basketball. You know what I mean? So I was a 3-point champ 2 years in a row. I was a free throw champ 2 years in a row. And every team I played for, I was team captain. So, but besides that, taking martial arts, I'm a third-degree black belt in Taekwondo. I used to box as well. So every sport, everything I played, I always was the team captain. So
Mhm.
I'm one of them people that know how to, see a weakness in somebody and figure out a way to communicate with that person without, belittling them or making them feel less than a man. So my upbringing was like a big pot of gumbo of like, you got to be this, you got to be a soldier, you got to be a militant Black Panther, you got to be a thinker, you got to learn how to sell, you got to learn how to negotiate your prices, man. And so I'm just a big ass sponge, man, of all these people that I grew up in. And then, I'm from Houston, so, my bloodline, then, we're affiliated with Jay Prince. I watched Jay Prince turn rap a lot to what it is. So, my mind frame on how to make your own money, empower your people, and mob like you need to mob. You dig what I'm saying? So my upbringing was just a wide variety range from the hood to my elementary. I went to a predominantly white elementary because after the first year in like elementary in my neighborhood, they told my parents I was too smart. So they put me like in Houston, like River Oaks is like predominantly, upper echelon neighborhood, you know what I mean? Kind of like what the Hamptons is, people aspire to go to River Oaks, and so when I went to elementary there, I'm learning Spanish, French. I'm learning how to direct like that. I started directing way back in elementary because we was like doing the plays. I was making the props, like every aspect of the camera. I wanted to know how to work it, being in front of it. Man, I'm just a sponge, my guy. So my upbringing was just some educational shit from the hood to the corporate world.
Do you think that a lot of that structure came from your grandparents, being that they was a generation above your parents, so they lived you know, they lived a little longer, so they been through a lot more. You know what I mean?
Man, it was everybody. It was like mainly them, but it was like everybody. It was like I got different chunks of, game from everybody. Okay, I'm a monitor what they doing, and I'm a see. Okay, I'm gonna take that characteristic from them and apply it to mine. You know what I mean? So I got different little pieces from everybody, and then I did it my own way. And yeah, definitely. Like I would say, hanging with older people. Period. Like even when I was younger, I never hung with like people my age like that. Like they was like focused on going to the skating rink, and I used to go to the skating rink and stuff like that sometimes, but it wasn't
Right,
no we go every weekend. I gotta be here. Like I was
right,
trying to get some money. The people that I was influenced by, dope boys, these guys pulling up in Lexuses with swangers and candy paint and what I mean, diamonds in their mouth and their teeth and Versace shirts and like what I mean, like
right.
so I viewed the dope boys and the basketball stars as like this grown up shit right here. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing grown about being in the passenger side of your best friend ride looking like a scrub, man. God bless the child got his own, so
Right,
I had to get my own.
right. So as a kid, what did you think you were going to be?
Basketball all
Okay.
day, like all day, and what happened was like I started seeing a lot of people I grew up with, like how you go to school with somebody and they might be a little bit older than you or whatever, a couple grades older than you. Like, I know he going to the pro. You know what I mean? I know he going in.
Right,
After seeing so many of my homies and just people I knew who were great at sports, they would go to college. You got to be mentally prepared for this shit as well. And they'll do one semester or go for a year and come back. Some injured. Some like, man, fuck that shit. Some like, man, I'm broke out there. I can't do this shit.
mhm,
And some, they prevailed and very few made it, you know what I mean? But
right,
looked at the ratio of like, okay, then that music started picking up like money. I'm on the scene. I'm doing hit because I'm battling. Like I was before anybody like really knew me as a rapper. Like I'm battling. Like and the way we battle out here, we freestyle off the top of the head. We don't remember shit. But I applaud all the rappers. Like I fuck with all the battle rappers, the K Shines, the Disasters, the Murder Moves, all the whole culture. I fuck with them all. Every time I see them, I'm like, man, I salute y'all because I can't remember all them motherfucking bars.
right,
Like fuck no. But like I was out there battling. Like I'm going to the club, getting money, winning plaques, titles, trophies, medals, just
mhm,
straight giving it to them. And once it started like really paying and me hanging with DJ Screw and the Botany Boys from my neighborhood as well. So it's like shit, I was already in the midst. I was touring already with Bun B and the UGKs and already with the in crowd, you know what I mean?
mhm.
So it was like shit.
So you would you say that music was your first career choice?
Um, I'm not gonna say it was a career, cause see, I in my family, if you born like I tell everybody every day, I'm Flip Mayweather, man. I'm born in, and that's one in it. Like how his whole family do boxing. Like you're born in my family, you're doing music. So we was doing it just for the love of music and for church and for God. So I
Right.
get paid for it, cause we was just doing that on Sundays, and I'm making my hip hop shit, battling, whatever, trapping, like, but when I started seeing a lot of my homies like just coming back and them being phenomenal athletes, I'm just like, you know what? I'm steady chasing this basketball and I want to be in the league, but man, they trying to give me bands for just a rap, just to put some words together. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, shit, I ain't got to sprain my ankle. You know what I mean? Shit, it just started making most sense. I'm hanging with DJ Screw. He crowned me the Freestyle King. I'm traveling with Pimp C, Bun B. I'm in the Hot Boys baller blocking movie. You know what I mean? I'm in Def Jam, Fight for New York video game. Like shit just started picking up for me. I'm just like, man, I'm shooting movies.
Yeah. Let's clear up because I think you'll agree with me when I say this. when you hear when dudes say freestyle, right? To us, you know what I'm saying, from the original hip hop era, freestyling to us is rhyming off the head, coming off the head and doing it. They kind of made it now to where a freestyle is where it's a written but ain't on the subject. You know what I'm saying? It's just nigga just spitting some bars or whatever. It ain't like a song, a concept song or whatever. But freestyling is off the head flow. Nothing written. You just coming straight off the dome, like you, supernatural. You know what I'm saying? Don't Snoop is a freestyle rapper. If many people really pay attention to him, he just go in there and freestyle it and then chop up the shit
Right,
that makes sense and then put it together. But
right,
you can tell when the nigga saying hopping, snapping, hopping like a rabbit. When you get the Nina, you know I got that habit. Like
yeah,
a nigga ain't writing that. You know what I'm saying? That's a nigga just getting in there and just flowing and just barring and just keeping the best stuff. But
right.
do you agree with me when it comes to the word freestyle?
Oh yeah, they can try to change it to a Cadillac is a Cadillac. It don't matter what kind of rims you put on, the grill you put on, like like you can try to reform it. Freestyle is improv off the top of the head, spur of the moment, nothing premeditated. You know what I'm saying? Like it's sometimes you might be freestyling a couple lines, that you said before come out, but like for the most part,
Yeah.
it 98% of that shit got to come off the top.
Right, right.
Real, you can't call it a freestyle and your homeboy in the back.
In the background reciting it with you,
Yeah,
right.
like be like, okay.
All right. How far did you get in your education?
I graduated high school, 1999. Worked in high school, still cool with the school. About to design their basketball uniforms. Still give away scholarships to them. Go through the school hall anytime I want. You know what I mean? Cool with the principal. We just got a new principal, so yeah, 1999.
So no college?
No college. Nah, I went to street college, man.
Right. So when you got your diploma, what you decided to do?
I was already popping from the rap. Like I was already on the scene. In high school, like middle school, I'm rapping already on the radio, doing freestyle battles and calling in, rapping at car shows. And then when I became a senior, like that's when my first big record got played on the radio. Diamonds in Your Face was a record I had with C Note, and that shit was playing all over the radio. The same time when Wanna Be a Baller, Shot Caller, when that record came out in 1999. C Note and my record Diamonds in Your Face came out. So if Wanna Be a Baller when it came out, and rest in peace to Big T and Hawk and Pat and everybody that's on that record. If Wanna Be a Baller when it came
That,
out, it's
that little choice on, right?
correct.
Uh,
Yeah. If that shit when it came out at the same time, Diamonds in Your Face would have been bigger. Like, a bigger record. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Um, but
Yeah,
one
because Want to Be a Baller was a monster, nigga, everywhere.
out of that. And the dope part about that, C Note actually is on Lil Troy's album too. So it's crazy that Cino had a single out that was competing with Wanna Be a Baller, and he still was on Lil Troy album, Sitting Fat Down South. So it was dope though because then Troy came back on his second album, and he paid me to be on the second album on a record called Lean to the Left, which was my first video I got on BET. And yeah, so I'll never forget that. Lil Troy, appreciate you putting me on BET on the Lean to the Left. And but yeah, I had that record on the radio, 97.9, playing everywhere. Like I was in probably like 25 markets, so I was able to utilize that and piggyback with a group album called HSC, Hustler Stacking Ends. Dropped that shit in like 99, and then I came with my Leprechaun album in 2000, and then just took off after that. I was like, you know what, I'm cool on the group shit. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go. I gotta go. Like
Right.
wait on nobody, because the person that's most accessible and always ready to go
Mhm.
is the person who go last long. Because a
Right.
lot of people they got things and strings that man, damn, I can't go out of town tonight. I got to babysit. I ain't got nobody to watch my dog. I ain't got no. Man, listen. Guess what they go do? What their promoter go do? Okay, click. Hey,
Yeah.
he go find somebody else.
You got damn right.
Always ready, man.
And that's how I move. Like I don't want no pets because when I want to go, I want to go. And if I gotta go somewhere and they say, yo, we need you to stay for 6 months, I'm good. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? I don't want nothing to tie me down. If I got a chick that and she don't understand that, skirt, see her too. Goodbye.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's always business first for me. You know what I'm saying? Because these relationships, they always seem to end. You know what I'm saying? You think about all the stuff that you let go, you know what I'm saying, to appease somebody else. And then while you turn around, you ain't with them no more, and you thinking of all the opportunity that was lost. That
Yeah.
you could have did while you was with them, but they feelings don't or they don't understand your lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And you got automatically you're gonna be fucking with some chick or something. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I keep it to where if you don't understand this game we in, then I'm not gonna be saying explaining myself because I'm
Yeah.
gonna miss something.
Hey, preach.
You know what I mean? So at